Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from University of Muhammadiyah Jakarta English Department. Here we are going to introduce ourselves first. My name is Ida Alivia Darmawan.
My name is Nida Nurishifa.
My name is Pikal Fariha.
And here we are going to learn about reported speech. What is a reported speech? Reported speech is when you tell someone what another person said. To do this, we can use direct or indirect speech. Jadi, reported speech itu adalah kalimat yang kita beritahu kepada orang lain tentang apa yang mereka bilang. Dan untuk melakukan reported speech ini, kita bisa pakai direct atau indirect speech. Direct speech itu maksudnya adalah kalimat langsung, dan indirect speech itu maksudnya adalah kalimat tidak langsung. Di dalam reported speech itu ada 4 tipe, yaitu statement, imperative, yes or no question, dan information question. Di dalam statement itu adalah something that you say or write which gives information. Jadi di dalam kalimat yang akan kita sampaikan itu ada informasi di dalamnya. Imperatif. Imperatif adalah kata kerja suruhan. Dalam imperatif itu ada command, invitation, dan request. Command itu adalah kata kerja suruhan. Invitation itu adalah kata kerja arahan. Dan request adalah kata kerja permintaan. Ini ada contoh dari statement imperatif. Di direct speech-nya untuk statement ada I'm not hungry more. Di reported speech-nya ada he said that he was not hungry at that time. Nah, di reported speech-nya ini ada informasi kan di dalamnya. Jadi dia bilang, si laki-laki ini bilang kalau pas jam itu dia lagi nggak lapar. Imperatif itu adalah do not touch my computer. Do not touch my computer itu adalah command, kata suruhan. Dan di reported speech-nya, she told me not to touch her computer. Dia minta saya buat nggak megang komputernya.
And the third one ada yes or no question. A yes or no question is a question that needs yes or no as the answer. Example here, direct question, do you love me? Nah, kamu bisa menjawab dengan yes, I do, atau no, I don't. And the last one is information question, what and how question. Jadi, di dalam pertanyaan ini tuh mengandung informasi, misalnya, who's the winner? Nah, who's the winner ini kan kayak menanyakan informasi siapa sih pemenangnya, kayak gitu.
Nah, ini adalah another example of yes or no question. Jadi ada for yes or no itu ada did you eat my cake? Nah, kan ini pertanyaan yang mengharuskan kita untuk menjawab yes or no. Nah, did you eat my cake? No, I didn't. No, I don't. Reported speech-nya itu adalah she wants to know if I've eaten her cake. Dan untuk information question-nya, direct speech, who is the winner? Reported speech-nya, he asked me who the winner was. Jadi di dalam pertanyaan ini itu adalah pertanyaan yang bertanya untuk sebuah informasi.
And ways to change direct speech to reported speech. Direct speech can be changed to reported speech if we first remove the quotation. If you want to change direct speech to reported speech, you must remove the quotation. Quotation is tanda petik. And the second one, add the word that. Nah, biasanya nambahin kata that itu adanya di jenis yang direct speech yang statement. Yang selanjutnya ada change the pronoun to be third person. Misalnya kalian menggunakan subject I di direct speech, maka harus diganti dengan third person di reported speech-nya, bisa she atau he, kayak gitu. Terus yang selanjutnya ada adjust the verb. Jadi menyesuaikan verbnya. Misalkan di direct speech-nya menggunakan present, study. Nah, di reported speech-nya harus diganti dengan past. Jadi studied, kayak gitu. Terus correcting the time reference. Misalnya di direct speech kamu menggunakan time reference today, maka di reported speech-nya diganti dengan that day, kayak gitu. Ada juga misalkan di direct speech yang menggunakan tomorrow, ganti ke next day, kayak gitu. And the last one, add whether or if. Jadi add whether or if ini digunakan pada jenis yang yes or no question.
Now, I will mention the example of direct speech. It divided into present simple, present continuous, past simple, past continuous, present perfect, and past perfect. Contoh dari kalimat present simple-nya itu, I like ice cream. Present continuous-nya, I am living in London. Past simple-nya, I bought a car. Past continuous-nya, I was walking along the street. Present perfect-nya, I haven't seen Julie. Dan contoh kalimat past perfect-nya, I had taken English lesson before. Nah, from all these example I've mentioned before, now we're going to change it into the reported speech. Tapi jangan lupa untuk memperhatikan cara-cara mengganti kalimat direct speech ke reported speech seperti yang ada di slide sebelumnya. Kebetulan di contoh yang kali ini kebanyakan menambahkan kata that dan mengganti pronounnya menjadi to be the third person. Nah, dari kalimat yang tadi di direct speech, di sini sudah diganti menjadi ke kalimat reported speech. Present simple-nya, she said that she liked ice cream. Present continuous-nya, she said that she was living in London. Past simple-nya, she said that she bought a car. Contoh kalimat past continuous-nya, she said that she had been walking along the street. Menambahkan kata had been karena di sini adalah kalimat past. Present perfect-nya, she said that she hadn't seen Julie. Dan contoh kalimat past perfect-nya adalah she said that she had taken English lesson before.
Nah, teman-teman, kan kita udah belajar tuh gimana caranya untuk mengganti dari kalimat langsung ke kalimat tidak langsung. Sekarang untuk latihannya, try to make 10 reported speech. And after you make it, please report it to your teacher. That's all from us. Thank you, and I hope this presentation can help you to improve your English. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.
Halo guys, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Nurlina Permata Kadioa. I'm from English Department, University Muhammadiyah of Jakarta. So today we're gonna learn about recount text. The first is definition of recount text. Recount text is a text that telling the reader about one story, action, or activity, or a text which retells event or experience in the past. Next is purpose of the recount text. The purpose of recount text is to entertain or informing the reader. Next is the generic structure of recount text. So there are three kinds of the generic structure. So the first is orientation. Orientation, it gives the readers the background information needed to understand the text, such as who was involved, where it happened, and when it happened. And then we using 5W plus 1H. And the second is event, a series of events ordered in a chronological sequence. And the last is reorientation, a personal comment about the event or what happened in the event. So this is for me. Goodbye.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Nur Olivia. In this video, I would like to talking about recount text. Okay, at this point we have language features. How many language features that we have to face, that we have to watch in making recount text? The first one start from which tense that we have to use in making recount text. We have 4 kinds of the tense that we can use or we can put in our text. Those are simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, and past perfect continuous tense. Okay, I think you can see the form, or maybe some of you have memorized the form. So yeah, you don't need to learn the form. And the second one is frequent use in made overs which link events in time. Yeah, like next, later, when, then, after, before, first, second, then, like those. And the third one is focused on a specific participant. For example, like you making some text or you making some recount text. You use the first person, like I. Use second person, he or she, it. Third person, and for I it means the first person. It's reversed to usually to the writer. For example, like my friends and I, my mother and I, my family and I. And the fourth one, using the conjunctions. For example, like and, then, before, after. And the fifth, we have using an action verb. Okay, for this point, we use the past verb or the verb to. For example, like went, stayed, and then ate, wrote, read, like those. And the last one, we can use passive voice may be used. For example, like the bottle was filled with ink. Yeah, this the sentence for factual recount, guys. And then the next one, how many kinds of recount text? There are 3 kinds of recount text, guys. The first one is personal recount. What is it? What is personal recount? This usually retell on events that the writer was personally involved in. Like personal recount is the text that telling about personal life or personal events or personal or something that personal that did or that happened in the writer's life. And the second one is factual recount. What is it? Factual recount, recording an incident, example like a science experiment or police report. Yeah. Factual recount, it's not a fiction, but it's fact based on the facts or based on something happened in our daily life, like a report or some experiments. And the last one is imaginative recount. It's like something or a story that's based on the imaginations of the writer or the imaginations of someone. So someone write it into the text, and we can call it recount. And the next one, we can see this is the example of recount text. I put from imaginative recount text. Yeah, based on my friends explained that there are 3 generic structure of recount text from orientations, events, and reorientations. Okay, I want to read from the first till the last, guys. The first, I had my most memorable adolescence when I was 14. And this is orientation because the place is at the first, and we call it orientation because this structure introduce about the topic or introduce about the story or the point that the writer wants to telling to the readers or the audience. And the second one is events. I call it memorable because everything happened in that area. First, I had a breakout. Acne showed up on my entire face, especially my cheek. I was afraid to come out of my house and meet my friends as I was so embarrassed about my skin conditions. Second, I had a crush, but since my face was covered by acne, I have to let my crush go without even trying to know him. Third, because of my acne, I got bullied at school. I was sad. Fortunately, mom gave me good medicine to get rid of the acne. It takes quite a while until my face is clean from the acne. So I promised myself to wash my face before sleep so the acne won't come back. And the last generic structure is reorientation. It's like the last point that you want to tell the readers, like maybe we can call it like the conclusions. That was my bad experience with the lens stove. There were still lots of good experience too. Okay guys, we can see the first sentence from this recount text. It's we know that the writers introduce about the topic, about the kinds of the text that the writer tell to you. I had my most memorable adolescence when I was 14. Yeah, this is some imaginative recount text. Okay guys, this is an imaginative recount text that we know that this is talking about some story from someone that talking about his life. And then the second generic structures is events. What is it? It's like a process from the first till the end, something happening. We can see this is used some language feature like first, second, or fortunately, like those. And then the last one is reorientation or conclusion, or the last point that the writer wants to tell you. That whole the text is the bad experience that this text tell to you all. Okay guys, I hope until this since you can understand my explanations. Maybe I will help you to understand what is recount text, and I want you to make some example of recount text. You can use one of three kinds from recount text. Okay guys, thank you for your attention. I'm Olivia. Want to say thank you and